Right now, enterprises are scrambling to connect three things: their legacy SAP systems, modern AWS infrastructure, and AI capabilities. And the professionals who can bridge these worlds are commanding premium salaries. Today I am breaking down exactly how these technologies work together and how you can position yourself in this high-value intersection. Forget chasing trends, this unholy trinity is quietly dominating enterprise tech. This staggering statistic reveals a massive opportunity. While SAP powers the world's operational backbone, its user experience is often stuck in the past. This creates a critical demand for professionals who can bridge that gap, building modern, intuitive interfaces that connect people to this essential system. That is your entry point into high-stakes enterprise technology. Now, this is the core of enterprise strategy. AWS delivers immense power, but raw compute alone is meaningless. The technology must understand what the business does, its processes, data, and logic. That context, that operational intelligence, lives in SAP. Your role is to become the crucial translator between these forces, making them work as one unified system. This is the final piece of the puzzle. While AWS provides the power and SAP houses the business logic, Claude AI translates complex data into human terms. What this means is, you become the conductor, transforming operational complexity into actionable insight for decision makers, solidifying your role as an indispensable enterprise asset. The enterprise sees silos, not solutions. A single expert in one layer becomes just another specialist. The brutal truth. They need someone who connects these worlds, who sees the full architecture. That's the strategic advantage. This trinity isn't about three skills, it is about one integrated perspective that bridges the technical and the commercial, making you irreplaceable. Forget cloud first, this trio dictates all enterprise outcomes now. Do not think about SAP as a rigid system anymore. This changes everything. Instead of memorizing endless transaction codes, you simply ask Claude in plain English what you need. That obscure data extraction or financial report. Just describe it. Your value explodes when you can access critical enterprise data without being an SAP expert. This is the new power position. Now, imagine the opposite, not just accessing data, but mastering its lineage. That customization you just built. Claude instantly creates its permanent, flawless record. While others struggle with outdated specs, you possess the single source of truth. This isn't about asking questions, it is about owning the institutional memory of the entire system, making you indispensable. But what about when it all breaks? You are suddenly accountable, the clock is ticking. Here, Claude transforms you. It diagnoses obscure transport layer failures and generates recovery scripts in plain language. You are no longer waiting for an escalation, you are the resolution, armed with precise, real-time insight that stabilizes the entire enterprise. Now, consider its true strategic power. The key insight is Claude enabling you to directly analyze critical SAP business data locked in complex tables. What this means is you can interpret customer behavior, supply chain patterns, and financial trends without ever writing a BAP. You move from administrator to business analyst, speaking the language of value that enterprise leaders revolt. Do not chase AI. Master what makes AI actually work. Now, let's get specific. The shift isn't just about moving servers. The insight is that AWS EC2 provides elastic, consumption-based infrastructure. This means you pay only for the compute you use, fundamentally breaking the cycle of costly, oversized on-premise hardware that sits idle. You gain agility and convert a capital expense into a far more manageable operational one. Forget thinking Lambda is just for small tasks. The breakthrough is using its serverless nature to directly initiate heavy SAP workflows. You bypass entire orchestration layers, eliminating wait times and integration middleware. This isn't just automation, it is about making your core ERP system instantly reactive to the outside world. Now, you may be tempted to use S3 just for cheap storage. Stop. This is a strategic error. The breakthrough is structuring those SAP logs within S3 to feed directly into analytics and machine learning services. You are not creating a passive archive, you are building a living data foundation for unprecedented operational intelligence. This is your moment to transform operational data into strategic assets. Instead of isolated extraction jobs, AWS Glue enables a continuous, governed data pipeline from your SAP core to your analytics lake. The key insight is automating this flow, so business intelligence and machine learning models have real-time, clean SAP data as their foundation. Forget cloud alone, this trio is your true enterprise advantage. Now, here's the power move. Your SAP data isn't locked away. Claude interprets those complex SAP requests, and the architecture delivers a direct prescription. Here is the specific AWS service and configuration to optimize it. You are not just moving data, you are automating enterprise-grade optimization at the source. That is how you become indispensable. So this architecture is your command center. AWS step functions manage the entire workflow, every SAP handoff and data transformation as a single, auditable process. The key insight is that you are now governing complexity, not just executing tasks. This moves you from administrator to architect, directly responsible for the reliability of the entire enterprise operation. Now, Claude does not touch your core systems directly. The API gateway acts as a secure, intelligent broker. What this means is you have created a governed interface for AI. You control the conversation, defining exactly what data is available and how it is consumed, positioning you as the essential architect of safe, enterprise AI integration. This architecture is the command center. The integration layer provides a unified truth, merging operational data from SAP with the performance metrics of your AWS cloud. You aren't just watching systems, you are commanding them with full situational awareness, anticipating issues before they become critical. This is the vantage point of a strategic operator. Forget full stack. Real enterprise value is built vertically. But what if you already possess expertise in one of these core platforms? That's your powerful leverage. The key insight is that your deep knowledge in SAP or AWS becomes the anchor point. What this means is you can now strategically extend your value into adjacent, high-demand domains like cybersecurity or AI, creating a uniquely competitive vertical profile that enterprise teams actively seek. How do you make your SAP expertise an even greater magnet for opportunity? The pattern is clear, integrating Claude prompt engineering directly into SAP-specific workflows, like master data governance or transaction analysis, creates a hybrid capability. This signals to enterprise leaders you can extract intelligent insight from their most critical systems, positioning you not just as an expert, but as a multiplier. Do not just build projects, build bridges. Every system exists in isolation, and that's the problem enterprise leaders pay to solve. Your portfolio must show you are the one connecting them. An integration-focused project isn't a technical exercise. It is a direct argument for your ability to create value where others see only separate platforms. The pattern here is deliberate naming. Enterprise Integration Specialist does not just describe a skill, it names a business outcome. This language positions you not as a technician, but as a strategist who speaks the precise, value-driven vocabulary of the C-suite. You are framing your entire identity around the solution they are actively searching to buy. Forget the buzzwords, master this unstoppable trinity instead. Now, this is where it gets real. Instead of manual configuration, Claude directly engineers the CloudFormation templates that deploy entire SAP environments. This isn't hypothetical. It means perfect, repeatable infrastructure coded as policy, transforming you from an operator into the architect of the system itself. That's the power shift you command. Here's your key unlock. This isn't about saving time. It's about owning the process. Your insight dictates which SAP users get access and when. Claude translates your logic into a precise AWS workflow. Suddenly, the entire user lifecycle is your architectural design, enforced automatically. That's the caliber of thinking enterprises demand. Think bigger than administration. You've linked a core business system to the cloud's financial analysis. Your analysis of SAP performance now directly controls cloud spend visibility. The insight you generate does not just report on IT, it steers financial governance. You have become the architect who connects operational data to executive decision-making. That's the integration story that gets you the seat at the table. This is the difference between managing tools and owning a business outcome. You haven't just connected three systems, you have created a single source of financial truth. When an order is placed, the entire corporation's financial posture is updated in real time. You now own the visibility that lets leadership act with certainty, not guesswork. Claude makes SAP accessible, AWS makes it scalable, and together they create career-defining opportunities. The highest value isn't in knowing one technology, but in connecting legacy systems with modern platforms. Identify which piece of this stack complements your current skills and start building that bridge.